That's right, I want you to cheat. It might be the developer's game, but you're the one playing it. Have fun. Look up how to get past that difficult boss or puzzle. Use a strategy guide to collect everything and find all the secrets. Go completely ham and turn on God mode. Enjoy yourself. From the Konami code to Game Shark to custom scripts and UI modifications, cheating has been used to modify gameplay since, forever. Players express themselves through the alteration of the original game. In the first part of a two-part series on cheating, I'm going to be looking at where did cheat codes come from? Why do people even use them? And where can you find cheat codes today? The origin of cheat codes is pretty simple. Developers included them to make the game easier to test. Look, even if you've never programmed a game before, you can probably guess why this is useful. Trying to fix a bug in level 2 without having to play through level 1, that saves a lot of time. So while the codes are initially for testing, the developers left them in to see who could find them. One of the first codes was in Manic Miner. It was based off the creator's driver's license. It popped up a level select, which I'm sure some players appreciated since the game was quite difficult. And everyone knows the most famous cheat code, the Konami code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, which was added to Gradius while porting the game. The developer was not very good at Gradius and needed the code for testing. My first experience with cheats was Doom. I still remember them today. IDDQD and IDKFA. I admit, I used them quite a bit. In Doom, I wanted all the guns. I enjoyed running through the game, bringing all the carnage I could. The Sims had Rosebud, which gives the player 1,000 simoleons. That way you can skip the job and start building a house right away. I have played these games the correct way, but using the cheats allowed me to experience these games in a different way. If I wanted to chill out and build a house in The Sims, Rosebud would let me do that. It was fun in whatever way I decided to play, as long as I was playing the game. The most interesting use of these debug codes was in ZZT, or ZIT. Holding Shift and pressing the question mark key, a debug menu would appear in which you could enter codes. You could also use the input box to set flags. These flags controlled different elements in the game, like if the player was poisoned or not. While the developer of Z intended these codes for testing, amateur mapmakers found another use. These flags could be listened for by the level author, which allowed them to create a system of menus. For example, anytime the player entered +I, an inventory would pop up. I cannot imagine Tim Sweeney, Zit's creator, would have ever envisioned level authors using it in this way. That's some real ingenuity. Why do people cheat in single-player games? It's actually really easy to rationalize for a few reasons. 1, you paid for the game and you want to see the end. 2, you've wasted enough time on this game to get stuck. 3, it's too hard or bad design. And 4, well, it's just fun to cheat, right? Players want to succeed in the game. After all, that's the whole point of playing the game. Depending on your personality, you might think even looking at a guide is cheating. For most, they can rationalize it that if they're really stuck and try to honestly beat it, then they can look it up. Why should one difficult part keep you from the rest of the game? If you actually wanted to see the end of the game, how can you let this one puzzle stop you? Getting stuck is the #1 reason gamers cheat. A lot of people also cheat to save time. In a situation where you need to get to level 20 and you just don't have the free time to get there, cheating through the grind is easy to rationalize away. As long as games are made to have a slow and/or difficult section, gamers are going to cheat. Some people will always grind out those levels, but one user's boring level is another user's favorite. Just try to have some fun. Another reason people cheat is to experience a game a different way. This kind of cheating happens a lot more after beating the game. Sometimes it's nice to blow off steam and turn on God mode and mow down enemies. The whole point of a game is usually to have fun, or sometimes you want to do the unexpected. This includes skipping to your favorite level or unlocking your favorite gun early. I also wanted to mention glitches. Glitches are something the developers didn't intend to be possible. Usually gamers find these exploits when searching the far-reaching corners of a game. Many people are still undecided if this is considered cheating. Glitches are built into the code and the player doesn't need to change anything about the game. If a boss gets stuck behind a wall, that's not exactly playing the game the way the developers intended though. Many of these exploits are popular in the speedrunning community and accepted there, so the debate continues. There are a lot of purists, or people that claim purity, who would have you believe that if you're not playing the game the way the developer intended, you're doing it wrong. It's interesting how people want to define how the game should or should not be played. Who are they to say how to get enjoyment out of a game, or how far you take it? Are you allowed to ask for help from a friend in the room? Should you stop playing a game if you can't beat it? Seems a bit extreme to me. Another group of people allow strategy guides and walkthroughs as long as it doesn't alter the game code or experience. The last group sees no problem with cheating, as long as it doesn't hurt another player. So developers were leaving in these codes to help players and give them another way to play the game. People were sharing and having fun figuring out these cheat codes. As usual, people took notice. Humans seem to have a strong desire for knowledge, and by knowing a code, you could hold power over someone. Of course, people wanted to profit off of this, and an industry sprouted up in the form of strategy guides and hacking hardware. Do you remember Game Shark and Game Genie? This is my Game Shark from PlayStation 1. I can't believe I still have this thing in the house. Devices like this attached to your console to hack the memory. It allowed for more invasive cheating than the developers ever planned for. Well, the internet kind of killed that industry. Game FAQs and other sites spread the information for free. Developers haven't been leaving cheat codes in their games as much, maybe at the behest of the publisher. Now gamers are expected to pay for it in the form of DLC. I mean, think about it. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag's DLC is called Time Saver. It adds hidden items you're supposed to find right to the map. Or how about Saints Row the Third's DLC, the Unlockable Pack? No joke, that unlocks all the items for only $2. Sleeping Dogs might be the most egregious though, with packs that boost your money and respect points for the low price of $3 each. Look, while Game Shark and Game Genie won't work today, there is a project being actively developed on accomplishing the same cheating. Cheat Engine's goal is to help modify single-player games on Windows to make games easier or harder. Yeah, you didn't expect people to cheat to make games harder, did you? It's a comprehensive tool, and if you're curious, I suggest you check it out. There is a fantastic tutorial. While I hope this video provides some insight, there really isn't a specific reason why people cheat. There's also no way for us to create an unbiased definition of what cheating is. At least for single player. How can anyone say what's the right way to enjoy a game? You know, it's really up to the individual on what their boundaries are and which is what they're okay with in general. I just wish I don't have to pay for the cheating in the form of DLC. In part 2, we'll talk about the worst kind of cheating, multiplayer cheating. Gold buying, exploits, and then anti-cheating software. See you next time.